If peptides are such powerful biological molecules, why are so many of them delivered by injection instead of a simple pill? Why do some peptides come as tablets, others as injections, and some even as skin patches or liquid drops placed under the tongue? The answer comes down to one key issue: how fragile peptides are inside the human body. In this video, we'll explore the 5 major ways peptides are delivered, how each method works, how effective they are, and why scientists choose one approach over another. We'll cover oral tablets, sublingual liquid drops, dermal patches, intramuscular injections, subcutaneous injections. By the end of this video, you'll understand why injections remain the most common way peptides enter the body today. Why peptides are difficult to deliver. Before comparing delivery methods, it's important to understand something fundamental about peptides. Peptides are short chains of amino acids, essentially small fragments of proteins. Because of this structure, they have several characteristics that make delivery challenging. Peptides are easily broken down by enzymes sensitive to stomach acid, larger than most traditional therapeutic molecules, poor at crossing cell membranes inside the digestive system. There are powerful enzymes designed to break down proteins and peptides found in food. If many peptides were simply swallowed like a typical tablet, they would be destroyed before reaching the bloodstream. This is why researchers and pharmaceutical engineers have developed multiple strategies to deliver peptides into the body while protecting them from degradation. Let's begin with the most familiar method: tablets oral delivery. The most convenient method of taking any medical treatment is a tablet or capsule. For many years, scientists believed peptides could not be taken orally because the digestive system would break them apart. However, modern pharmaceutical technology has made oral peptide delivery possible in certain cases. Some peptide formulations now include protective coatings and absorption technologies that help them survive the harsh environment of the stomach. These technologies may include protective polymer coatings, capsules that dissolve only at specific pH levels, absorption enhancers that help peptides pass through intestinal walls. Certain peptide-based therapies have successfully been developed in tablet form using these techniques. However, oral delivery still presents significant challenges. The digestive tract contains enzymes that rapidly degrade peptide chains. Even when peptides survive the stomach environment, they still need to cross the intestinal barrier to enter the bloodstream. Because of this, oral peptides often have low bioavailability, meaning only a small portion of what is swallowed actually reaches circulation. Advantages of tablets: familiar and convenient, no needles required, easy to administer. Limitations: high degradation in the digestive system, low absorption efficiency, complex formulation requirements. Because of these challenges, tablets are still less common for peptides compared with injectable methods. Sublingual liquid drops. Another delivery strategy is sublingual administration, where a liquid solution is placed under the tongue. The area beneath the tongue contains a dense network of capillaries that allow certain compounds to be absorbed directly into the bloodstream. This method bypasses the stomach and digestive enzymes entirely. Instead of traveling through the digestive tract, the substance passes through the thin mucosal membranes under the tongue. Sublingual delivery is often used when fast absorption is needed. However, when it comes to peptides, there are limitations. Peptides are relatively large molecules, and large molecules generally struggle to pass through mucosal membranes efficiently. As a result, only small amounts may successfully enter circulation. Absorption can also vary significantly from person to person. Advantages of sublingual delivery: avoid stomach digestion, needle-free, potentially fast absorption. Limitations: large molecules cross poorly through oral membranes. Absorption may be inconsistent, difficult to standardize dosage. Because of these limitations, sublingual delivery is not commonly used for most peptide therapies. Dermal patches, another possible method, involves transdermal or dermal patches, which are placed directly on the skin. These patches slowly release compounds that diffuse through the skin and enter the bloodstream over time. This technology has been successfully used for several types of treatments, such as hormone patches and nicotine patches. However, peptides face a major obstacle when applied to the skin. The outer layer of the skin, known as the stratum corneum, acts as a protective barrier designed to keep foreign substances out of the body. Small molecules can sometimes pass through this barrier. Peptides, however, are usually too large to penetrate the skin easily. To overcome this challenge, scientists are exploring advanced technologies including microneedle patches, ultrasound-assisted delivery, electrically assisted absorption methods. Microneedle patches are particularly promising. These patches contain tiny microscopic projections that penetrate the outer layer of skin without causing significant discomfort. They create small pathways that allow peptides to reach deeper layers of tissue. While this technology shows great promise, it is still under active development and research. Advantages of dermal patches: comfortable and painless, controlled slow release, potential for steady absorption limitations. Skin barrier blocks many peptides, often requires advanced technology. Still emerging in research settings. Intramuscular injections. Intramuscular injection involves delivering a peptide directly into muscle tissue. Muscle tissue contains a rich supply of blood vessels, allowing compounds to be absorbed into the bloodstream relatively quickly. This method is commonly used for various medical treatments and vaccines. For peptides, intramuscular delivery offers several advantages. First, it completely bypasses the digestive system, protecting peptides from enzymatic destruction. Second, muscle tissue supports moderately rapid absorption into circulation. Another benefit is that intramuscular injections can accommodate larger volumes compared with some other injection methods. However, this method also has some disadvantages. Potential drawbacks include soreness or discomfort at the injection, cite the need for proper technique, risk of contacting nerves or blood vessels if performed incorrectly. Because of these factors, intramuscular injection is used for certain peptides, but not always the preferred option. Subcutaneous injections, the most widely used method for delivering many peptides today, is subcutaneous injection. Subcutaneous means the substance is injected into the fatty tissue located just beneath the skin. This layer has fewer blood vessels than muscle tissue, which results in slower and more gradual absorption. This slower absorption can actually be beneficial. It allows peptides to enter circulation steadily, helping maintain stable levels in the bloodstream over time. Subcutaneous delivery is widely used for peptide-based hormone therapies and metabolic treatments. Advantages of subcutaneous injection: reliable and predictable absorption, gradual release into circulation, often less painful than intramuscular injections, suitable for self-administration. Because of these benefits, subcutaneous injection has become the most common delivery method for many peptides. However, injections still require training, sterile handling, and proper technique. This is why researchers continue exploring needle-free delivery systems. Comparing the methods, let's summarize the main differences. Tablets highly convenient, but peptides often break down during digestion. Sublingual drops avoid digestion but face challenges crossing oral membranes. Dermal patches comfortable and controlled release, but the skin barrier limits absorption. Intramuscular injection, reliable absorption with moderately fast uptake. Subcutaneous injection, currently the most common method due to predictable absorption and easier self-administration. Each method involves trade-offs between convenience, stability, and absorption efficiency. The future of peptide delivery. Peptides represent one of the fastest-growing areas of modern therapeutic science. However, the biggest challenge remains how to deliver these fragile molecules effectively. Researchers are currently exploring several exciting innovations: oral peptide absorption technologies, microneedle skin, patches, nanoparticle delivery systems, implantable peptide delivery devices. If these technologies succeed, the future may bring needle-free peptide treatments that are as easy as taking a tablet. Peptides are powerful biological molecules, but delivering them into the body is far more complicated than many traditional compounds. Because they are easily degraded and struggle to cross biological barriers, scientists must carefully choose how they enter the body. For now, injections remain the most reliable method. But as delivery technologies continue to advance, the next generation of peptide treatments may become far easier and more convenient to use.